A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development, U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin are set to engage in a pivotal phone conversation on Tuesday afternoon, aiming to discuss a potential truce in the ongoing war in Ukraine. This call comes amid reports that Russia is demanding a halt to all Western arms deliveries to Ukraine as a precondition for a ceasefire. The Kremlin has announced that the conversation will take place between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, with Trump expressing optimism about the dialogue on his Truth social platform, stating, "I look very much forward to the call with President Putin. Many elements of a final agreement have been agreed to, but much remains." Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov indicated that the two leaders would address a wide range of topics, including the normalization of relations between the U.S. and Russia, as well as the ongoing situation in Ukraine. This call marks the first known interaction between the two since Ukraine proposed a 30-day ceasefire last week, a proposal that Putin has effectively rejected, instead outlining a series of demands that include halting Ukraine's rearmament and mobilization, as well as suspending Western military aid during the ceasefire period. Reports suggest that during the call, Putin is expected to insist on a suspension of all weapons deliveries to Ukraine, which may raise concerns among European allies who are currently ramping up military support for Kiev. Additionally, Putin has reiterated calls for broader negotiations aimed at achieving a long-term resolution to the conflict, with demands likely to include the demilitarization of Ukraine and guarantees that Kiev will not join NATO. Before the call, Trump mentioned that U.S. and Russian negotiators have already discussed the possibility of dividing up certain assets, hinting at potential territorial concessions. He stated, "We're doing pretty well, I think, with Russia," and expressed confidence in the likelihood of reaching a ceasefire. However, this rhetoric has alarmed Ukrainian officials, who fear that the U.S. may pressure Ukraine to relinquish significant territory. Trump's comments about discussing land issues echo historical precedents, reminiscent of the 1945 Yalta Conference where leaders divided Europe post-World War II. Peskov dismissed comparisons to a new Yalta, asserting that discussions on global restructuring are not on the agenda. Meanwhile, reports have emerged that the White House is contemplating officially recognizing Crimea, annexed by Russia in 2014, as part of a potential peace agreement, which could further complicate negotiations. Ukrainian Deputy Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha has laid out Kiev's non-negotiable terms for any peace deal, which include the non-recognition of Russian annexations, unrestricted military capabilities for Ukraine, and no Russian veto on Ukraine's aspirations to join the EU and NATO. In Moscow, senior officials appear to be preparing the groundwork for improved relations with Washington. Kirill Dmitriev, a close aide to Putin, indicated that talks with Elon Musk regarding potential Mars missions are forthcoming, highlighting a willingness to engage in collaborative ventures with American figures. As the call unfolds, it comes at a time when Ukrainian troops have retreated from significant areas in the Kursk region, and Trump claimed to have intervened to save thousands of Ukrainian soldiers from being encircled, a claim that has been disputed by Kiev and military analysts. The call, described as ongoing by White House Deputy Chief of Staff Dan Scavino, is seen as a crucial step towards potentially brokering peace after years of conflict that have resulted in devastating losses and widespread displacement. The situation remains fluid, with ongoing discussions likely to shape the future of U.S.-Russia relations and the resolution of the conflict in Ukraine. As the world watches closely, the outcomes of this high-stakes conversation could have far-reaching implications for international stability and security. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.